Hi all. So today's video is all about data fusion. I believe many of you have understanding of ETL, extract transform load. This tool is mainly designed for data migration, import and export. Like if you talk about ETL tool, we have Informatica, Data Stage, Talent. These are the Scoop. These are the ETL tools. Some are licensed, some are open source. But if you ask me, what if I have to use ETL in Google Cloud Platform? So do we have any ETL tool? So yes, we have a ETL that is called Data Fusion. So Data Fusion is all about Google Cloud sole ETL tool we have, which helps to migrate data, import as well export from different source. And the good thing is that it's a codeless. So let's have a quick demo how we can migrate and how smooth we can migrate data from source to destination. So what I will do, let me start Data Fusion. You have to go to Data Fusion first. So there's an option, first you have to create an instance for Data Fusion and you have to write the name. So let me write a demo purpose we are using, and the version, everything I will skip, will put a default one. So you have multiple options, enterprise, basic, developer. I will select for the developer, the job which we are looking that can be done easily by the developer environment. So I'll select the developer, then add accelerators and authentication. So let's put the default one, okay, service account, okay, and rest part I will skip, and you have to simple click on create to create your instance for Data Fusion, and it will take some time, means it will take 5 to 10 minutes, it may be more. So once you click on create, let me demo one, because I have already created, it will take time, so I will skip this part to create the instance. It will usually take time, so I have already instance created. Okay, so it's a simple process how to create a instance for Data Fusion. Now if you go and check it, view instance, you can see the information about developer US West, the location information is coming here. Okay, now if you go and check it, and here we have opened the Cloud Data Fusion. So select the Wrangler. Okay, using this Wrangler we will do the data migration and see how good this dashboard looks for data migration. Usually if you have idea about data migration, we have to write couple of codes, syntax, right, input, output, source, destination, path we are mentioning, but here it's quite simple and easy way. So in this job what I will do, I will create a one bucket, a cloud storage. I will go and create a one bucket, and in this bucket I will put some data, okay, and then this data I want to migrate into BigQuery. We have done couple of this job before, but this time we will do it data migration from cloud storage to the BigQuery in a table using Data Fusion, and we'll see how it works. So the first thing is what I have to do. I will go and create a bucket. Let me just open a bucket into, okay, and then I will create the step is very simple. You have to create a one bucket and migrate data and store the data inside this bucket, and then you can go and create a one data set in BigQuery, and then come back to the Data Fusion. All right, and then your source will be your cloud storage, the bucket, and destination will be your BigQuery inside the table. Let's see how to do that. So I will cloud storage. Let me open in a tab. So let's see, this is a bucket. Okay, there's multiple buckets there. I will create my bucket. Well, clouds to BigQuery. Let's make it okay, I'll make it simple bucket with all the same default configuration, and Right. Here the bucket is ready. I will upload a simple file, upload file inside this. I have some file, I will load it, CSV file. Okay, that's what we have. That's a CSV file that I've loaded, and this Titanic dot datasets.csv. This file, you can use any file. Remember that CSV file come with header and without header. Hope you understand. So you have to just keep in mind if it is a header. This file is having header. So header is nothing. The first row is your column. Now I will go and BigQuery. Step 2. Okay. And here you have to create a database. All right. I guess there are already some database. Let me delete this first. Okay. Then skip this. Then I will create a data set, right? My demo. All right. So now you have to come back onto your Data Fusion and select your cloud storage. Let me refresh. I have created. So you can see. Okay. So you can see that there are many options you have. What are the source it can be, what can be the destination. Okay, all options you have inside this Data Fusion. Kafka, GCS, database, MySQL, Oracle, okay, Postgres, S3 bucket, Spanner, okay, many more. So for me, I'm using cloud storage because my source is cloud storage. Okay, so once your bucket created, you have to simply go inside this bucket and load the data inside the. Alright, so this is what my file. The file loaded successfully. This is the CSV file, and then simple you have to go to the BigQuery and you have to create a one data set. Let me go inside the BigQuery. You have to open a BigQuery. I have already opened a new tab, and I have already a one data set, my demo I just created. And now you have to go back to the Data Fusion and you have to sync both the source and destination using this Data Fusion. So simple, you can see there are multiple source options you have. If you want to migrate data from Oracle, you have operation Oracle, MySQL, Postgres, S3, Spanner, SQL Server, other connection. If you have Cloud Progress, you have a BigQuery. Okay, so for today's demo, we will use cloud storage, and simply if you click onto the cloud storage, it will open. Already it is open. I'll select the bucket and I will select the file which I want to import to the BigQuery, and see here I have selected the file. It is reflecting. If it is not reflecting, please refresh the browser. And my file is CSV and enable quoted values, right? So this file does not having the header, means first row does not have the columns, so I will make it false. If you have the header, make sure that you enable it true. Okay, I don't have, so I will put the same false, and then it will validate your file. Let's write it confirm. So it's a small file, will not take much time. Now you can see this is the file which I have stored in my bucket, and after the validation it will look like this. So if you want to rename, you know that you want to rename the file, like I will write serial number. Okay, this I will write it if you give a proper column name, sorry, this should be name. Okay, you have this option. Mail ID, and this is your edge, and then city. Okay, look good. So given the logical name, and then if you see that it's all reflecting here, what are the changes you have done. Now you can, if all good, if the changes has been done, you can simply create a pipeline. So you have option, you want to create a batch pipeline or real time. We'll go with the batch only, even real time is not displayed. Okay, if you are doing using the PubSub, then real time option is good. Okay, some option is there. Now you can see here. Now this is the beauty of your Data Fusion. As I said that there's no code, it's a codeless, and you have to just connect, you know, that look like a diagram, the flow, but it's the actual things we have. This is the property, this is the wrangler through which we will migrate data. This is the source, and this is your ETL, and you want to migrate this data to your BigQuery. So what I will go sync and get inside the sync and select your BigQuery. Okay, it got a line, and I'm very much sure you never have this kind of experience to work an ETL tool, source and destination. It's so simple, easy. Okay, and now go to the BigQuery property and set the details here. So BigQuery, yep, this is BigQuery use connection. Yep, yes, use connection. Browse the connection, select the database, BigQuery default, and data set name. So reference, browse, let me browse it again, will take some time. Okay, so this is the data set. Select my demo, selecting, and you can define a table. Okay, my table. Okay, I'm not created, just defining here, it will create it automatically there inside this data set. And temporary bucket, rest, chunk size and all, not needed. Insert, you will want to do the insertion, not update set. Truncate and all, it's not all needed, so I will just skip this, and I will validate this data set and the information I pass inside the BigQuery. If everything is fine, then we are good to no error founds. Let's skip this, and now we are good to migrate data from GCS, from your bucket, to BigQuery table. All right, so let's click on to the deploy. Okay, sorry, you can give the pipeline name also, it is mandatory. My first ETL. Okay, I just spelling mistake, or we can skip that, and now write deploy. It will take some time, and we make sure that all the parameter which you have passed, it should align proper, or else you might get error as well. Let's see. So the deployment started, and you see that the status, it's showing deploy. It will take some time. Status deployed, and now click on run. So you can see if any error, it will reflect error 000 as of now, and now it's showing the status is provisioning. So usually it takes time. Okay, once this provisioning is being over, then it will be showing it's running, and if everything is fine, you will go and check the logs, and then the logs are also very good, that if you want to see, okay, let's click onto the logs as well. There are no logs. Advanced log is there, auto scaling, view advanced log, the process and everything is being showing. Let's better check all this logs there as per the process. So yeah, it's reading all. As per the progress, it will reflect all these things there itself. Let's wait for some time. Alright, so you can see after 3 minutes 50 seconds the job starting runnable pipeline. Okay, great. And if we go back and check, you can see that's one warning, no error. So as of now everything is working fine. So we can go and check my demo. Okay, okay, no data is there available, still it is the process. We'll wait for some time. Alright, so you can see that the status succeeded. Take some time for this. Usually it depends upon your bandwidth. So if you go to the BigQuery, and you see that inside this database table has been created, and this is all the column. We check the details, total number of records, it's showing you 4 records. And if you want to see the preview, okay, this is, it's all coming. So it's simple and it's quite easy to work with Data Fusion to migrate the data. Okay, hope you learn well. So you can try with some other source also, like what are the different sources we have here. And make sure that if you have completed this, I will just click on action and delete it. Okay, to save my request if it is not needed. Thank you. Hey, don't forget to download our app for access to free courses and interactive quizzes. Stay connected with us on social media for updates and free content. See you next time. Happy learning.